Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching another video. So tonight we're going to have a look at when you should use a honing rod like this from Worksharp or when you need to use a sharpening stone. Let's get started. And as always, guys, if at the ending of the video you want to purchase either of these sharpening mechanisms and you want to help support the channel, check out the links in the description below because we do get a small commission when you purchase these items. Also, before getting started, just want to thank the good folks out at Worksharp for sending me these items to review. Let's get it going. Alright, let's get you guys some size references here. Alright, so here is a permanent marker. Alright, again, this rod is about 9 inches long that way. Grip is about the same size there as a permanent marker. Here's a ruler for those that want an actual measurement on there. So here is the rod itself, just about 9 inches there. And there's a size reference next to the ruler. And just to give you an idea for what this is going to feel like when you put it in your hands, overall weight coming in at 6.1 ounces, and that weighs almost as much as 7 AA batteries. Alright, when do you need to use a sharpening stone? Well, let's say that this is your knife edge. It's healthy, it looks great, and it's cutting really well, but maybe you don't maintain it, or maybe you've cut on a surface that dulls it, or maybe you've cut so much on an object that is really tough and your edge goes from looking like this, nice, sharp, and pointy, to looking flat and blunted like this. There is no amount of honing that you can do on this. As much as you rub that knife on this, it's not going to be able to return to a shape like this. The only way you can get this to look like this is to remove metal on the side, and that's what you're going to do with the sharpening stones. You're going to get that knife, start peeling off metal on both sides until you return to a point like this. Alright, let's talk about when you should use a honing rod. Now, we've seen these on the Food Network with chefs just ripping their knives up and down there. If you want to do that and you're good enough to do that, you can absolutely do that, but it's not necessary. Now, what they're doing is they're just taking a already good edge and just trying to bring the edge back into its shape like this. So every time you use a knife, it starts to pick up little burrs like this, and the edge kind of misaligns itself like this. So by running your steel up and down on a honing rod, it comes back into its shape like this. And here's a great example. So this is my Victorinox chef knife, probably one of the best knives I've ever used. I've had it for well over 2 years now. Came out of the box razor sharp, and I've never had to sharpen this edge because all I do is after every use, I just run it over the honing rod, and it cuts pretty good, or for me at least. So good. Alright, let's have a closer look at this awesome honing rod from Worksharp. There is a close-up of the handle. Okay, you can see the nice flats on here. Very comfortable in the hand. Again, if you get really good and you want to do the chefy thing and jam it like this, you can. But most people are going to grab it like this and stick it right down on the tabletop. Alright, you got a little bit of hole right here in the handle, so you can hang it in your kitchen or your workshop. 2 angle guides, both set at 20 degrees. Right, and don't worry, if you have a 15-degree knife edge, just hold it a little bit more steep and go from heel to tip. Down this way, you have a 9-inch ceramic rod, nice and smooth, puts a nice little polish on that edge. And I think this is the proper length. Other companies have a 12 and a 15-inch rod, and most people are going to want to chuck this in a drawer or a knife block, and it's a little bit harder to store. But 9 inches is just about right. Just the right amount of rod to get you from heel down to the tip in one stroke. A very important and much overlooked feature of this honing rod is it has a nice little rubber tipper at the ending, so when you place it down on whatever work surface you're going to hone on, it doesn't damage that work surface. Alright, using this honing rod is very easy. You're just going to take the flats of the knife, put it right against the angle guide, and go heel to tip, heel to tip. You don't need a lot of pressure. I'm just letting the honing rod do the work itself. And you're going to alternate sides, maybe 10 times on each side. And it's that easy. When you're done, give it a test, cut some paper. It's that easy. So I get this next question asked a lot, even with this angle guide helping you through the honing process. How do you know you're doing it right? And it's kind of a feel and a sound thing. So let's say you're honing and you're a little bit too steep like this. You're going to be able to tell because you're going to be gliding the flats of the blade on the honing rod. It's going to feel like it's just skating on there. And it's more of a feel and a sound thing. You're going to know. You're going to know when it's on the flats of the blade here. You don't want it here. You want it on the edge. So if you're a little bit too steep, you'll feel it on the flats. And then if you're too wide out like this and you're pulling it across, you're going to feel that edge digging into the honing rod. So if you're a little bit too steep, just kind of crank it a little bit this way and experiment with it. And if you're a little bit too out wide this way, just bring it in a little bit. And you'll finally get that feel and sound that you really want. And of course, when you're done, you just want to inspect your edge here to see if there's any glints that are shining on either side. I don't see any here. Now I know that there's not any burrs leaning on one side or the other. And that's how I keep this nice and sharp. Once again, guys, this has been the Work Sharp Honing Rod. If you're looking for a great way to keep those kitchen knives or even your pocket knives sharp and in shape, this is a great option for you. Well, alright guys, this is the ending of the video. Remember, if you want to purchase any of the items mentioned in this video, make sure you check out the links in the description below. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.